Thank you for taking time to watch this video on the changes that are being introduced into the Pegasus Payroll solutions for completion of the 2016-17 payroll year end and for the setup required to start running the payroll in the 2017-18 tax year. Hello everybody, my name is Steve Power and I'm a product specialist here at Pegasus Software. What is required to complete the 2016-17 year end? I will give you a step-by-step guide to complete the 2016-17 year end. I'll show you how to use RTI to send the end of year submissions, and I'll also discuss any of the changes that are in place prior to the ending of the current tax year. What are the payroll changes for the 2017-18 tax year? I will discuss the legislative changes, therefore the changes that we have made to the software to accommodate this new legislation. We'll also look at starting the first payroll in the 2017-18 tax year, and finally we'll look at the new functionality that has been added into Opera 3. I will be using Opera 3 to run through this end of year process, but what I'm showing you here is equally applicable to our Opera 2 customers. If there are areas that only work in Opera 3, then I will explicitly point these out to you. Here are the version numbers of the software. Opera 2 needs to be on version 7.60, Opera 3 needs to be version 2.40, and Capital Gold needs to be version 4.03. The Pegasus Online Filing Manager also needs to be upgraded, and that needs to be upgraded to version 3.70. When should you apply the upgrade? Pegasus will have shipped out customer copies of the payroll upgrade CD to all of our partners in early February. The software can be installed in any pay period before the end of the 2016-17 tax year. We recommend, however, that you install the software as soon as you receive it from your partner. Once installed, your software is in place, ready to run the end of year procedures, submit the final FPS for the 2016-17 tax year, submit the final EPS for the 2016-17 tax year, and then ready to start processing the first payroll in the new tax year of 2017-18. The last point you should install the upgrade is before you start running the final payroll in the current tax year. This is because you'll need to run the payroll year-end processes and the year-end reports, and you must have the software installed to do that. But this is very late to find out if there's a problem. What if the CD is faulty? What if the activation key is not correct? So our recommendation is that you aim to carry out the upgrade as early as possible. To help you understand how to run the end of year, start the new tax year, and what are the changes in the new tax year, then we have produced two documents to guide you through this. The Legislation and Product Changes Guide. This is a guide to help you understand the legislative changes and other changes that affects this year's payroll upgrade. This includes information to help you understand the changes we have made within Opera and the Online Filing Manager to support the legislative changes. There is also a checklist guide, a guide to help you understand the steps to upgrade Opera, upgrade the Online Filing Manager, complete the year end, send the final RTI submissions through to HMRC, and to start the 2017-18 tax year. Of course, many of our customers will want their partners to help them through the upgrade process and running the year end. If you're going to get help from your partner to run the year end, then discuss this with them earlier rather than later, because it's a very busy time of the year for them. Okay, what are the changes we've made for completing the 2016-17 year end? The P60s are updated for the 2016-17 year end. Under the end of year special reports, there is an option called P60 end of year returns. This option allows for the production of the printed P60s that are given to your employees. If you choose to print the P60s, then select the printer option and select either the HMRC version or the Pegasus version. These printouts can be run selectively for a department range or for an employee range. On the left hand side there is the HMRC single sheet P60. On the right hand side are the Pegasus Business Forms. The Pegasus Business Forms are a two-part return that includes the P60 end of year certificate that is sealed by the heat of the printer. You simply fold over and seal it, and it also has a file copy. There's also a second version, which is a peel and seal version. This means that it can be printed, checked later, and then sealed by removing the strips and folding it over. If you want the Pegasus Business Forms version, then you can see the web address at the bottom of that screen. If you require the HMRC version, then go through to the HMRC stationary ordering line. And as you can see here, this is last year's version, but you can see this is the one that you need to order, the P60 single sheet shortened version. There isn't a file copy, so why not order double the amount? The layout has changed as well from last year with the removal of the upper accrual point column in the NI contributions. On the HMRC site, you'll also need to fill in this form here. So this is all part of the ordering process. Remember as well that you need to order these in a timely manner, and also remember that they must be given to your employees before the 31st of May 2017. If you have Opera 3, you have two other options. You can use the email P60 option. This allows you to email the P60s to your employees. The P60 is encrypted so that only that employee can see their emailed P60. This functionality also allows employees to have their payslips emailed to them. This comes free of charge in Opera 3. There's also another option that allows P60s to be published to the web. This allows the employee to look at their P60s online using devices such as iPads, laptops. Again, it is possible to publish payslips to the web as well. This functionality is known as Payroll Self-Service and again is available to Opera 3 customers. If you want more information on these options, then go to the Pegasus website or ask your Pegasus partner. So, what is the process to run the end of year? Well, belt and braces approach, take a backup of your Opera 2 or your Opera 3 system. Upgrade Opera 2 to version 760 or upgrade Opera 3 to version 240. Remember, you should be installing the software prior to running the last payroll period in the current tax year, but preferably before that date. And obviously when you install new software, you need to run and update data structures. In previous years, the method of updating the income tax and national insurance was to copy them in from the demonstration company. A couple of years ago, we enhanced the UDS, so this can happen as part of the UDS. If we go and have a look at the PAYE-NI tables, we see that Table 1 is effective from the 6th of the 4th, 2015. In other words, it's the previous tax year. And if you look at Table 2 is effective from the 6th of the 4th, 2016. In other words, this is the tables for the current tax year. That's absolutely fine at the moment, but when we upgrade to the new tax year, we need that to be 2017 tax tables. So how can we update this? As I said earlier, we could go through and we could run the update data structures. And if we take the option to update data structures, we select the particular company.